Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Can we talk with Monique? I am Monique. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell. That way you'll be notified of all my uploads. Let's get into it, guys. As you already know, this this channel, YouTube is their platform, but this channel is dedicated. It is a labor of love, and it's not even a labor. I like to talk to people. I like to educate people, but this platform and my reason for actually starting this channel was to educate individuals who've had encounters, relationships, parents who may be on that narcissistic personality disorder spectrum, toxic relationships, may have been survivors of domestic violence. This is a platform to educate, encourage, enlighten, uplift, and bring awareness and let you guys know you're not alone. So let's get into this particular upload. Well, as you can see from this picture, we got, and this is indicative of the narcissist, okay? This is the wolf in sheep's clothing. So you can see how obvious it is. The narcissist didn't even take enough time to get a sheep a costume that fit. You can see the tail sticking out, the ears are sticking out, but they grinning because they think they doing something. I'm fooling them. Not realizing that eventually you'll be known for who you really are. People are going to recognize that you're really a wolf. Look at these old fake little hooves that they put on their feet. So narcissists are wolves in sheep's clothing, guys. And any of us who've had relationships with them understand this very, 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 very well. So, the actual initial encounter with these individuals, it's just like this. They have a costume on. We call it a mask, but it's actually a costume as well, because they want to portray themselves as something that they're really not. And deep down inside, they know that they have to put the costume on, because if they came to us and said, guys, hey, I'm going to manipulate you, I'm going to use you, I'm going to cheat on you, I'm going to hit you, I'm going to beat you, I'm going to financially abuse you, you go running in the opposite direction. So they have to put on this mask or this sheep suit, and it's a fake sheep suit at that. It don't even fit. But anyway, they have to put on this fake suit, this fake persona, this fake mask, because if they came to you with what their actual intentions really were, we would hit the road, Jack, and be like, don't you come back no more, hit the road, Jack. Or we just go booking up the street, flying up the street, right, with our braids or our weaves or just whatever flying in the air. But a lot of them are wolves in sheep's clothing. And then when we find out who that they are actually a wolf, is usually during that discard stage and that devalue stage, because you're like, wait a minute, I thought you were a sheep, I thought you were here to help me, I thought we were going to work together. But underneath it is this actual wolf. And usually during the discard stage, we have that cognitive dissonance. We don't realize what's going on, but in a devalue and the discard stage, then we realize, wait a minute, this person was really a wolf all along. This is who they were. And then if you're able to get in contact with other sources of supply who they've done dirty, you realize that, wow, that's really who that person was. You don't realize it. It's like they're a fake knockoff Coach bag from Canal Street. And all my New Yorkers, or I'm gonna admit it, I used to be one of them fake knockoff girls that used to go to Canal Street when they used to, because Canal Street, they used to counterfeit, and they could make a knockoff so good. I was not paying all that money for no Coach bag. And you could get your knockoff Coach bags from Canal Street back in the day. That was like in the 90s, the early 90s, and everybody would be walking around like they had a Coach bag, but in a Coach belt and a Coach wallet, but really we got it from the knockoff place. So though our intentions were, we were going to get the fake bag because we wanted to pay a lot of money, and we didn't want to pay all that money, or we didn't have the money. But the narcissist they would go buy the fake Coach bag and give it to you like it really was real. You see the difference in the intentions? I'm going to fake it and give you a fake Coach bag and have you think I bought it for a lot of money. Whereas we would normally just go and buy it because we don't want to spend that much money, or we don't have it, so the intention is totally different. And a lot of us don't find out until later on, and sometimes until it's too late, until we've had a domestic incident with this person, cops a call, or you're going to court with this person. That's when you see the fangs and the real, the tail starts hanging out, the fangs start growing, the nose is growing from up underneath the costume. You start seeing the hair from underneath the costume. You start seeing who they really are, especially if you have like a court or legal proceedings with them. These people go for the jugular because they really are sheep. I mean, they really are wolves in sheep's clothing. This is how they behave. And I did another one on the pig. Don't cast your pearls to swine. Well, from the neck down, this looks like a nice suited, this is a business wolf. So we can relate. Sometimes I have to get some humor out of it, because these people, boy, they cause you so much strife and stuff in your life. You gotta laugh sometimes, because these folks, this is a hot mess. They're a hot mess. Ooh. So anyway, this is Mr. Business Wolf right here. So from the neck down, this is the, cool, conservative, church going, Bible thumping. They could be, well respected, father in the neighborhood, or, they could be the pastor at the church, or they could be anyone. But from the neck up, this is a wolf. It's a wolf. Business wolf, narcissistic wolf, they're still a wolf. And so wolves have tendencies. It's like you would not want to bring a wolf into your home, because wolves have certain tendencies where they have to eat their meat, or they have to prey on other animals, how they hunt. So even though they might be a tame wolf with a nice suit on, they still have those tendencies underneath this nice suit and jacket and tie, that they're still a narcissist, right? They still want to prey on you. They still need sources of supply. They still need to dominate. They still need to manipulate. They still need to do trickery. They still need to do manipulation. That's what they have to do, right? They want to trick you, right? So they don't come to you at first with the wolf face on, because if you knew that they were pathological liars, thieves, stealers, that's not even a word. Stealers, that's a team, but it's not a word. If they were thieves, pathological liars and all that, if they told you that, they would never be able to capture prey. So they have to spend a lot of time and energy trying to get sources of supply. And now with this COVID-19 thing, I imagine, because they're not even able to move around as much, they are online heavy and hot and hard, y'all. They probably can't get away from, they probably ain't even taking bathroom breaks. They probably got a Foley catheter in, or got a bedside commode by their desk and just pooping, and I know that's kind of descriptive, but pooping and peeing in the daggone, bedside commode, because they got to stay on the internet and get their source of supply. Look, they are wolves in sheep's clothing. And the Bible, and those of y'all who are not believers, just stick with me. Okay. The Bible talks about wolves and, lions and animals that are predators in the Bible. It says the devil is like a roaring lion seeking to devour. They talk about wolves in sheep's clothing, people in days that they will be deceptive. They're speaking of animals that are predators, that prey on innocent victims, like lambs. You ever watch lambs? Go online and look at pictures of lambs and how they kind of, very peaceful, just minding their business, not really aware of anything. Sheep, and they're just eating and grazing. They're not really aware, but they're not really harmful animals. But then here comes a lion and or a wolf, and their nature is to over dominate and capture their prey. So of course, these individuals, like I said, they're not coming to you straight up front like, yo, if you got any money, because I'm broke, I'm going to take your money. I'm going to make you work really, really hard. I'm not going to do anything to contribute. I'm going to do the least amount as possible. I'm going to sabotage your jobs. I'm going to sabotage you. I'm going to belittle you. I'm going to gaslight you. They're not coming out to tell us that. But definitely we end up realizing when those masks and those costumes and those fake weaves, and those lace fronts come falling off and the eyelashes come off, and you be like, well, what the world, who is this? The makeup off and the toupee. Guys, have y'all seen it? I seen it online. I hate to digress, but some videos where these guys don't have hair, and even women too, and they can make a hair. Like these barbers are talented, honey. That's trickery at its finest. But they can make like the person is bald, and they can make like a high top fade when there was no hair there. Man, that's some art right there, but that's trickery too. But anyway, that's what the narcissist engages in, trickery. Like, it's all smoke and mirrors. And so, these folks, honey, they'll give you a run for your money. And you realize that this was a wolf all along, but not who they presented you, not how they presented themselves. They never come up front in the very beginning. They always, and that's why we're left like, what was that all about? Like, did I just go through all of that? So definitely, a lot of us now sitting back, if we're just learning about NPD or have gone no contact with individuals, we start to really realize who they really are beneath the mask, beneath the costume, beneath the weave, beneath the lace front, beneath all the makeup and the eyelashes and the fake nails and stuff. What was that movie where the person took off their leg and took off I don't remember what that movie was. That Boomerang? I can't remember, but it was funny where the woman was taking off everything, took off her eyelashes. I think it was Boomerang. And she was in the bed with the guy, and she took off her nails and her head, and she took her eyeballs out, and then she took her leg off. That's equivalent to the narcissist. They are fake. They're not real. And I think the sooner we realize that what we were a part of or thought we were a part of, it was all fake, I think you can heal faster. Because for me, I had to come to the conclusion after you get through all the cognitive dissonance and then all the heartache and all that other stuff, you go, these people were fake and phony. It wasn't even real. And once you can get to the realization that these were sheep's and wolf clothing, that they were putting on an act, that they are like, they should go to Hollywood. Right. That should be the second, these narcissists are the second Hollywood. They're, not B-class actors. Actually, they should be the Academy Award winning actors and actresses. But once we get past the fact that these individuals were not real, that what they presented themselves as was phony and fake, that the life that we led with them was not conducive, of course, to anything but themselves, but it wasn't real. There was really no love there. I think it's easier to heal, guys. I don't know what part of healing or what stages of healing you're at, but the acceptance that this was fake and phony, that you did not know what you were really dealing with, accepting that we did have some responsibility in this, and accepting where that comes from, but wanting to do better. I think that is the way to heal and get over these entities, right? I think that's the way, and so for some, it takes more time than others. But the acceptance that these people were son of a guns, and that we were gullible, we played a part in some of it, and some of it is not our fault. We didn't know what we were dealing with, and some of us until we got to YouTube. So guys, yes, the narcissists are wolves in sheep's clothing. They will devour you though. They will take you out. Leaving wolves around sheep and, docile animals who are not really paying attention, who are not aware, they will take you out. They will take those animals out. And that's why, the warning is to be aware. Now that we've come in contact with these people, put your antennas up, not to be overly, I hear a lot of people on channels saying, don't be overly, what is that word? When you're overly, I wouldn't say concerned, but just really, heightened awareness. I would call it heightened awareness. I don't think there's anything wrong with that because there's so many of these people out here. I don't think there's anything wrong with having heightened awareness and taking things slow. And if you take things slow, when you meet people, friends, relationships, any relationship, I think it's okay to be aware and to question what somebody said and to go over certain things. And if something doesn't feel right, you believe yourself and go with it. Now, I don't doubt myself. I don't doubt before. I used to be like, no. If it don't feel good and I don't think it's right, then it ain't right. And that's it. Who wants to go through all the drama with these crazy people? And then when you get all intertwined with them, trying to get unsoul tied, unhooked, unyoked from these people is hell. These people, they like to go for the jugular. They want you to feel, they like to create chaos in your life. They want you to fail. But honey, I'm here to say, we want the victory. Right, y'all? We want to prevail and be victorious and live great lives. We were put here on this earth for our purpose and our destiny, and these entities and these son of a guns come to thwart that whole process. That's my belief. And so we're not giving them no time of day. We're not even spending extra energy on them, and if you think, you're involved with someone like that and you have to go no contact, do it in a manner. But sometimes no matter how nice or kind you try to be to these people, they will get this narcissistic injury and they will either come for you by way of trying to get back at you or some other old crazy tactic that they have. So my advice to people, when you know what you've been dealing with, try to go no contact in the best manner that you can. If it's a violent situation, then I suggest you go to your authorities and those agencies that help with domestic violence, because some of these people are just not correct. They're not wrapped too tight, and some of them can become violent, and they don't really care. They don't think about consequences, right? Because they know everything. So they have no conscience. But they're definitely wolves in sheep's clothing. They definitely wear masks, costumes, and all different type of get-ups that they put on to make them seem like they're something that they're not. And I'm sure a lot of men are coming to know, women who are like this. And I'm sure women are coming to know men who are like this. And it's devastating on a family and a life. But I'm here to say that you can get through it. You can get through it. These videos are helpful, in a sense that I think that they help you to understand that you're not by yourself. You're not alone going through this. No matter how, and don't feel bad about, oh, wow, how could I be so stupid? Because these people fool us. You know what I mean? So it's not even about intelligence. These people manipulate, they pretend and make believe, they trick us. So no matter, you might be the president of a company and got tricked by someone who wanted to deceive you. If you're deceived, you're deceived. You can't help that. These people, A game is, they're always, they're playing checkers. They're playing chess, not checkers. So going forward, we need to look out for these people who are wolves in sheep's clothing. Keep your A game going, guys. Pay attention to things. My thing is narcissists. I did a video on narcissists are always listening. They listen a lot. Some of them talk a lot, but a lot of them, the ones that I've been around, they listen and they take a lot of notes. That's what we need to start doing. Listen to what people say and take notes. And since I've been doing that, I'm like, did they just say that? But before, it would have went right over my head. And so I listen, I take notes, and from those notes, those are my cues to exit stage left, or I will be able to entertain you another day. But if you say something that's crazy, disrespectful, that's not warranted, I don't really have patience for that anymore. Because my thing is, if you meet someone and you truly are genuine, some of the stuff that narcissists say, you be like, I would never say anything like that. So if they start saying off the wall crazy foolishness from the very beginning, guys, look, after that, that's their mask falling. They present themselves with a nice red bow, a nice package, but honey, when you open it up, it's a box full of dead rats, manure, stinky, scaly fish scales, just stuff that's just disgusting. And it's true. I'm not one to call people names or nothing, but that's what they are. They're a nice red, shiny box that looks like it's something appealing inside. And when you open that box up, you got dead fish scales, you got a stinky, cow manure, you got pig's intestines, you got all the things that are disgusting and defiled. And that's what they are deep down inside. And so, those are my analogies. I like to use pictures to help describe. That's why a lot of my thumbnails and a lot of the pictures I use is to kind of give people a chance to visualize in their head, because a lot of us, let's face it, after you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, sometimes your brains are kind of scrambled and you're just trying to get your thoughts together. So looking at a picture, you can imagine and grasp onto the message a little bit more. So that's why I use pictures, guys, not just to be funny, but I know that sometimes a picture is worth 1,000 words, and then things kind of click. And I think for a lot of us, things will start to click, guys, when we can accept that did they really love me? No, they didn't. Not the love that you're thinking. They can't love like that. You're just a means to an end. And sometimes once we see these pictures and once we start talking to each other, we start to realize and things start to click, and then we can heal. And I'm going to start doing my one-on-one coaching classes with survivors, because I think that's really, truly important to connect with people that have gone through the same thing, and that we're not, no man is an island, right? That we're not alone. We encountered these individuals. We had some tough times, but things, business wolf. Ain't that something? Business narc, business wolf narc, and look at those eyes. And they are dead set on doing what they normally do, So we can heal from this, guys. We can get better. We just got to be on the lookout for those wolves in sheep's clothing, those that present themselves with this package. Get a chance to know them. Listen to what they have to say. And before you know it, that daggone costume will start to shrink. You'll start to see the wolf tail, the wolf ears, the fangs, the feet. You'll start to see them for who they really are. And that's when you should just exit to the stage left, depending on what type of narcissist they are. You might have to change your number. You might have to move. Some of these things people have had to do. Some people have moved to other states to get away from these individuals. Or if you watch these videos and have gotten stronger and meet another one, and you may not have to go through all of that. You may just have to just be like, what, I'm busy right now, or, whatever the case may be, and just go on with your life. And then that way you're not so enmeshed, entangled with them. But these videos are to help us, to help our community, to bring awareness. Share these videos, guys. This is going to help people to prevent lives from being ruined, kids from having to have so much strife in their life. This is going to help just bring awareness, passion, and message on, getting it out in the United States, in Africa, in Jamaica, in the islands, wherever, in UK, in the France. These videos need to be shared so we can understand, people can understand what the heck is going on, these entities that we encounter, and how to deal with them. So please do that for me. Share these videos. Please like and subscribe. And yes, narcissists are wolves in sheep's clothing, but I'm here to say we can start to identify them before their little costume here starts to shrink up, and we can go about our business and live the life that we're supposed to live. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Wow, you guys really rock. Keep subscribing, share these videos, and I will see you on the next episode of Can We Talk with Monique. Peace, fam. I'm out.